Cut. What's going on? So I don't know. I played the entire intro. Nothing was going on. I'm just, in la la land, checking my millions of crypto off my Tangent wallet and so on. Then I check out the chat and you guys are saying how it's not working. Then I look and it's saying, please stream to software. And I'm like, what is going on? Twitch was live. The Kickster was live. I did not set the proper YouTube stream in my software. So it was streaming everywhere else but to YouTube. Now it is live. So yeah, I went through the entire countdown. I was getting ready to actually start. I even started early to make up for yesterday. And wow. So I'm like, you guys, he's late. No, I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm actually going to be early and all this. Wow. Epic failure. Epic failure. You know what? Enough with this. Rabid will burn. Rabid will burn. Rabid will burn. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, crazy. Epic failure on my part. Anyway, guys, what's going on? What are you guys doing? It is Sunday. Time for our AMA, and maybe you shouldn't ask me anything because I don't even know how to start a stream properly by the looks of things. All right, let's do a roll call. See what we got here. I see Chris McCluskey is hanging out in the Twitch there. What is happening? What's going on over there? Okay, we got the Pirate, Yusuf Putz.
Red Putz in the house.
We got Red Putz over there. What do we got? Alvarez, Jokabatis, what is going on? Ogre MGTOW. I survived the hairdresser trip for my mom. Nice. Michael Cartwright, what's going on here? Techman, what's happening? We got Team JFK's in the house. Chris Klein, haven't been here for a good hot minute. Super stoked. Hey, what's going on, Chris Klein? Where you been hiding? What you been up to? You been melting in the heat wave? You got a heat wave over there? Everyone has a heat wave. Well, most people have a heat wave. Some people are lucky and they don't. Keith Henninger, what's happening? Will Alplapalap. I don't know. Hanson 710. Keith Henninger. J-Rod, what is happening, J-Rod? Frank B. Zagatti. I don't see Mr. Budweiser here yet today. He must be at work today. All crypto. What do we got? Michael Cartwright. Scrolling on through. Just Pleb, what's happening? You've been Cloud Strike. Yeah, I got a Windows blue screen of death error. Bad things. Tube and Jar. What do we got here? Ninja Kid, Skirm, Tades, Belinda, what's happening? Ace K, scrolling through. Yeah, I don't see any Fudweiser. I don't know what's going on. No Fud. What's happening, Fud? There's no Fudweiser. We're gonna say it anyway, though, right? We're just gonna do it just because. Budweiser is not here yet at the moment, presently, in time. Anyway, what are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? This is an AMA. You guys asked some questions. But Kaspa looks like it lost some hash rate here. It's sitting now at 489 petahash. But it did push past to about 508 petahash. If we look at mining pool stats, it's telling us over here the network is around 504. Obviously, mining pool stats isn't always correctly. I always like to go based on the Explorer. And it is down a little bit, but hash rate has been exploding. I haven't really been paying attention to the Kaspa hash rate much with all the Alephian thing going on and everything. And yeah, I didn't realize that we're already at like half an exahash. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. The hash rate on Kaspa is getting so high. Obviously, thanks to the release of the latest miners here. Look at the hash rate just constantly started climbing. Let's let this load here. So on the 15th, so just like 6 days ago, we were only at 335 petahash. Obviously, a lot of miners has been shipping and updated miners, KS5Ms, KS5Ls, KS0 Ultras, Bitmains, I guess, if anyone can afford those expensive piles of whatever you want to call them, have all been shipping, and the network hash rate has kind of been exploding here, so that's pretty insane. I also have a KS5L on the way as well, because we got to start updating our freaking miners for more efficiency. If we look, like I got the KS1s, I got 2 KS2s and stuff, but they're next to dead at this point, yeah, Kaspa's going to go to $1. They're still worth mining, but we're starting to get to the point where they're not making the most anymore. And as we know, it comes down to power costs. What's making me the most per watt of power that I use? It is not Kaspa ASICs anymore. So we can see KS02. See, it's using 1200 watts. I have mine undervolted a bit, so it's using a bit less power. I should measure those, see exactly how they are. I might try to undervolt them and drop the clocks a bit, see how efficient I can really make them. But right now, for 1200 watts, That's only $2.79 a day for 1,200 watts. That's not that profitable. Yeah, it's in the green. It's definitely doing way better than a GPU because using 1,200 watts worth of GPUs, you're probably only making 10 cents. But you know, the point is here, they're not as profitable as they used to be. And that's one of the reasons why I did order the KS5L, is because it's over double the hash rate. It's about the same amount of power for all the ones I already have, and they're a lot more efficient, making more per watt. So I am updating my Kaspa farm to that. These will have to be removed here very shortly here. The KS1, it's only making $1.38 here for 600 watts. That is not very much money at all when it comes to profitability. The Gold Shell AL box, KA box. Oh, that's a pro. I don't care about the pro. I got this one here. It's not even halfway to ROI yet. This KA box, I've been tracking it. It's only sitting at about $650 right now. And this was a $1,600 box miner when it released. So I don't know if this thing is ever going to ROI. I guess we'll find out. Eventually, I might have to turn it off too before it hits ROI. But this is using 400 watts, but still it's over $2. That's not too bad, but it's still not the greatest here. Yeah, crazy stuff happening in the Kaspa world. I haven't updated my spreadsheet for a while. As you can see, I'm still hanging out in... You guys can't see that, though, because this is all messed up. Nope, not that one. Yeah, so you can see I'm still highlighted for June. So I actually got... We're in July here, coming into August for the next block reduction. So I'm going to have to update this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this line here, which is in green, and I'm going to put that into the yellow with the rest of them. And now we're going to take... We're in July now. Take this one, put it into the green. Now I got to adjust the network hash rate and everything. So what are we sitting at currently? I guess 503 petahash. The Explorer 587. I'm just going to put it to 500 because that's where we are. What is this? Was this estimations we were doing? I got to figure out exactly what I got set here because I don't even know. So I'm just going to put in 500 petahash. 500 petahash, and we're going to... Was I using gigahashes here? I don't even remember what I was using in terms of hash rate to figure out. 2500, 2.5. Yeah, so we were using gigahash in terms of our thingamajigger. So I'm just going to come into this one, copy the gigahash, paste that into here. Wait, that don't seem right. We must be using terahash. 2500. I don't even know. I don't even know what I have my calculations at anywhere because that's a freaking lot. Okay. So 2.5, 2500 would be 2.5 tera. That must be right. But yeah, so I guess we were way off on doing some future predictions here. Look at the hash rate difference. This is 480 petahash. Or no, this is 480 gigahash. Or I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. So anyway, what's the current price sitting at? Let's just update this to where we should be. 18.1 cents. That's not too shabby. 18.1, boom, okay, and then 2.5 terahash is making 766. Let's just kind of convert this over. What do we got here? What is KS5M's 15 terahash? You know what? Let's look at KS5L, 12 terahash. So we should be at that's 2.5 terahash. So we should go bam, 0. 30, yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, so we're in the gigahash here. 12,000 gigahash is 12 terahash, so $36.77. Seems about on par here. Let's go to this. 27.22. Yeah, so yeah, we're pretty close on our Delios here. Obviously, this is before power. The other one is after power. And now it's going to look here. I also have this calculator for ROI. How much are these things? $4,700? 127-day ROI. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby at all. Let's go into 4,100. 111 days. Not too shabby. So yeah, 47.99 or something there, aren't they? So that's still actually not too bad currently. Obviously, the block reward is going to keep dropping, but KS5L right now at $47.99 is looking like about... No, that's not $130 a day. It's making $36 a day after power. So that is a 130-day ROI. So the ROI still isn't too bad. And obviously, it's gaining a lot more efficiency. It's going to take more than 130 days. I'm guessing it'll probably take a little over 200 days to really ROI this. Hash rate coming on, depending on the price of Kaspa price, keeps continuing to rise. Obviously, that will bring that down. But it's just crazy how things have changed so much. Now, if I go back to my old one, when I first got the KS1s and zeros, look how much Kaspa this thing was mining in a single day. $2,574 at only 5-cent Kaspa, and you know that was a 129-day ROI, and eventually it took me, I don't even know how many days, all of these days to ROI that thing, and it took a while. But yeah, the hash rate has just been exploding like crazy. What is the L3++ doing? L3++? I don't have an L3++. I have an L3+. It's been shut off forever. I actually got that miner from Fudweiser way back when. He sent that out to me like 3 years ago, I think it was. But it's crazy. $48.99 on Crypto Bros. Yeah, that's with shipping and everything. So that's, you know, the plus. I was just basing it off base price Ice River. Yeah, there's still extra fees that have to be calculated into that. Like, depending where you buy it, you have to tack on some shipping. Miner Bros already has shipping in the price. Code Rabid is also $50 off with links in the description if you guys are looking to update anything. But Ice River, you also have to pay, I believe it's like 20% import fees if you order the big miners. We kind of talked about this previously on these things. Let's just go check out what is Miner Bros currently looking like right now for some of their miners. What do they got here? What do they got hanging out here? They do have KS5M is 47 to that. Let's just look at the KS5L. Oh, prices are going up. Prices are going up now. If you want current stock ones, it looks like they're more expensive now. If you want to wait to July 20th to August 10th batch, then they're $48.99. Now, do you wait? Well, obviously, you know, it probably is better to wait. That's a decent, it's an extra, what, $400 or $500 off. But that's currently the KS5L. But do they have, I believe, pretty sure they have also those Elite. Oh, there we go. Look at this monster right here. Bitmain app miner AL1 32 August batch. Add to cart. I'll take 3. Right? Is that what we're gonna do? No, we're not gonna do that. As if. You crazy? Tomorrow's the day that really matters. Tomorrow, Ice River will announce its lineup of miners, so we should see hash rates, maybe prices. I don't know if they're going to begin selling tomorrow, but they're going to at least announce them tomorrow, and then hopefully they start shipping. If we're lucky, Ice River will be on the ball. They'll start sending them out ASAP, and then maybe we can get on, you know, maybe a few days or a week before Bitmain even ships. That would be best case scenario. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really up in the air. I don't know really what to do now because it's been really hot out. I have all my CPUs off currently, but I'm also very limited on power. And some of the things I have coming, I might I might only be mining with ASICs here pretty soon due to, you know, obviously profitability and limited that. So I don't have anything for a lithium coming, but I'm definitely looking in to see what Ice River's lineup may be. And I might get something out of it because, you know, it's a FOMO drive. It's all about the FOMO. And coming into here, you know, next month is supposed to be the L9s. And the L9s are looking not too bad. Currently $19 a day. 3,300 watts. That's a crap ton of power they're gonna be needed. So yeah, I'm gonna have like a lot of power being utilized on just ASICs here pretty soon. So I don't know. I really want to get my hands on this L9 though. I really like the L7 has been going strong for 4 years. The script miners, they're kind of safe because Bitmain doesn't update them until every 3 to 4 years. So this is pretty much the latest miner for the next 3 or 4 years. The one thing we have to worry about though, we could see bigger hash rate spikes on script though, because we have those Elepacs or Elephants or whatever the heck miners they are called coming out from other brands, be possible hash blades later on. So there's a lot new miners and companies coming into script. So it's going to be interesting to see, but it's going to come down to efficiencies. I feel L7s are not going to be very good. They're getting very cheap right now for a reason, because we're going to see increased hash rates really start to happen on script. And, you know, it comes down as Doge, you know, that coin, the dog one. Is it going to hit $1? Is it going to hit $2? Is it going to go to 75 cents? Is it going to hit its all-time highs? They're not going to do anything this cycle. That's a pretty big gamble when it comes to these script miners right now. But, you know, we got Elon Musk out there. We got, you know, Dogecoin probably will do something. But, yeah, you know, we got a lithium ASIC that's probably going to be pretty decent, depending on how much they are coming from Ice River. We got the L9s coming, and then obviously, you know, KS5L on the way as well. So that's a lot of power to be using up. I really got to figure out how I'm going to transition my farm. L9 price is sounding like 9 to 12,000. I'm not 100% sure what the price is going to be yet. Don't know. Do they have it here? Let's see if they have it here. Let's just look at Bitmain. Actually, I don't know if they have the L9 here. Bitmain, DR7, AL1, L9. Okay, so what does Miner Bros has it listed currently for the August batch? So they have it listed at 11.8. November batch is 94. Look how much it's dropped at 86 and 76 by January. So not quite 50% off, but I would really be skeptical. These two batches may be kind of safe for these if you want to wait for November for 94, but December and January, I am really iffy because they're just doing future batches. They're just going on rumors, but remember, the end of this year, mid-December is probably where we're going to see Bitcoin. Now, we're not going to see Litecoin and Dogecoin and stuff start really skyrocketing when Bitcoin does. They're going to happen at their own time sometime next year. But Bitcoin and the main market in general is really going to start moving up by mid-December. So it's going to be interesting to see. This could start, instead of being 76, this price could end up being like 20,000 by January, depending on how the market's going. So I would say August. Oh, wow, that's a big gap between batches, actually. August, September, October. There's a 3-month gap in between the August batch to November batch. That's interesting. But again, like I said, these two, we could start seeing miner prices really start to skyrocket. And obviously next year when things start popping in the altcoin season, we're going to see all these things get very, very, very expensive. We could see these L9s probably hitting the $15,000 to $20,000 marks. If that's the case, and I get one for this, and if they start going for $20,000, I could easily sell it for $15,000. Right? That's 5,000 less than what everyone else is selling for. So that's the gamble as well. Will these things start pumping? You get them while they're kind of cheap, and then when the prices go up, you also resell them. Plus, you got some coins on the side as well. So there's a huge different scenarios you can kind of think up on there. I hope Ice River do something like KS0 for a Lithium. Yeah, so I do expect AL, what are they going to call them? AL boxes? AL0 boxes? I don't know what they're going to call them, but I do expect close to the same line. The one thing I'm not sure Ice River do, I don't know if they're going to do a KS1 or KS2 equivalent. Maybe they're just going to come in with like their KS0 type of boxes, AL0 box, and then they might come out straight up with the AL3L, and then the AL3M, like the KS3Ls when they first did that, and the KS3Ms. I don't know if they'll do that middle ground, but maybe they will. But I do expect kind of the same lineup. Now, the biggest thing is obviously what are they going to price them at, because these are very early. There's none online, and that's something we looked at a lot yesterday. There's 0 of these miners online right now, so the profitability looks extremely high, and that is not the profitability you're going to get once you turn these things on. Like, this is what we looked at yesterday, guys, for you guys that are returning in. You know what we're about to go through, but people are just tuning in now or didn't miss yesterday's live stream. This is kind of what we looked at. Looking at these miners, let's just update these numbers now to exactly what a Lithium is right now. Let's see what happened with hash rate and prices, and $2.05. So we're losing price already. So that sucks. That sucks. Lithium's already going down. $2.05. Let's put this one to $2.05 too. Ignore all the middle ones because we're just going to go between these two. All right. So we're in there. And network hash. Where am I looking at? Lithium. Network hash rate 1.22 petahash. Did the hash rate drop? We had 1.5. Oh yeah, that was adjusting that. So 1.22. All right, we got to see what's going on here. 1.22. Yeah, the network hash rate's dropping. Interesting. What happened here? Hash rate dropped a bit, guys. So 1.22 petahash. So we got to drop this down from there to there. Oh, this is going to look even insane now. Look at that. Is that right? That can't be right. That can't be right. Oh, where is AL? Is it still saying 8? Oh, that's after power. 910. Yeah, wow, it is. So 910 after power and stuff. So, yeah, looking at this right now, this miner is now with the little hash rate drop here. Price is down a bit as well. But currently, before any of these freaking ASICs are online, it is dictating that the Bitmain miner here, the AL3, is over $1,000 a day right now. $1,039.37 per day. But none are turned on yet. Zero zilch gone are turned on. And remember, we calculated this, and this was based off Ice River as well. Let's just look at this right here. This is a 500 AL1's worth of hash rate. This means everybody else just fell off the network because they can't compete anymore, including the entity who is now going to be trashed, and he's probably going to be kicking up, some dirt in the corner, crying his butt. I'm just kidding. He made millions of dollars. He's not crying about anything. He's rich. Or it could have been Bitmain kind of doing this. We'll look at that in a minute here too, though. But at Alephium, with 500 AL1's worth of hash rate. Now, I'm just guessing the AL1's worth of hash rate based on with Ice River and Bitmain first batches combined, because there's going to be quite a bit between the two, and that's just 500 of the AL1's worth. That's not very many miners. If you think worldwide, that 500 miners, so that means only 500 people with a new ASIC here coming between them all in terms of that hash rate. Or maybe, obviously one guy's going to buy 20, another guy probably going to buy 100, and so on. But the point is, only 500 of these miners online is going to change dramatically here, where we can see right here, we're going to go from $1,039, same price and everything right now, down to only $162. That's day one if they all turned on the same time. So around the first week, this is the type of profits we may see, is going from $1,000 a day right now down to only $162. That is a huge drop, and that's with only 500 AL1 miners going online. Obviously, price could keep going up. It could keep going down. We don't know. The other thing we got to keep in mind, and another reason why, it could have been, the entity for at least Alephium, which I still find interesting because Radiant, Kylecoin, and Alephium all went online at the same time. And Radiant refers to this as the entity, and they want to sell their miners here soon. It's some unknown company. But if it was Bitmain or Ice River in the background the whole time, they limited their hash rate to only this amount. Because as we talked about yesterday, Alephium has something built in where they run into their proof of less work or whatever. Once the hash rate goes higher, above 1 petahash, the block rewards start to drop. So it's almost like they knew exactly how much hash rate to put on. That way they wouldn't drop the block rewards down, and they could capitalize and just crush Alephium and make millions and millions of dollars, which they did do. Now they're just going to unload the farms, sell the shovels to all the diggers out there, and make millions and millions more. And on top of that, the hash rate increasing, we're going to see lower block rewards happening, and it's just going to hurt miners more and more long term. So that could very well be a scenario as well. Again, I don't know for sure if that's a thing or not, but I think the possibility is there. They do their homework on blockchains and how they work. And this mechanism in Alephium, I don't think was aware by a lot of people. It was just brought to my attention yesterday morning before my live stream. So that's going to be an interesting part of this whole factor, as well as we're going to see increased hash rate, obviously cutting rewards down to everybody, but we're also going to see reduction in block rewards, which is going to hurt even more. So yeah, times are coming, guys. It's going to be an insane time for Alephium. What do you guys think is going to happen here? Hawk said he heard Bitmain alone 500 to 1,000 in the first batch. I don't think so. It took months for Bitmain to finally release that many for Kaspa. So I really don't think there's going to be that many for it. But hey, you never know. Maybe they did do a whole bunch. Maybe they have been mining, like I said, on this for 6 months testing, and they have big batches ready to go. Manufacturing is, there's no shortages anymore. So, we see PC gamers, they're shipping out, I seen an article the other day that motherboards, there's going to be over 33 point some million motherboards sent out, officially ending the PC gaming shortage. Things are a lot cheaper to produce. Things are faster. Everybody's ramping up. So, they could have a lot more ASICs than usual because, again, we were in rough times, shortages and stuff when Kaspa ASICs first started releasing. Still, we're at the tail end of it. So it may be possible they may get that. But again, it's really going to be hard to say. Obviously, the only way we'll know is when shipping starts. We pay attention to the network and we'll know. So obviously if Bitmain has 500 to 1,000, this number will just be doubled. So we could do that actually right here. So if that's the case, we'll know. First batch shipping, we can see the proof. We already have it lined up actually. We are way ahead of the game here. Let's just adjust this to $2.05 based on this because we know what we're doing. Oh no, I'm hitting all sorts of buttons all over the place. So yeah, we're ahead of the game. So here you can see this is actually Alephium with 1,000 AL1s, and then we just looked at AL1s with 500. So the second nut, I'll just change these ones red. I'll change these ones to a different color so we can see it. So I'm going to go yellow for this one, and I'm going to go yellow for this one, so you guys get an idea of what we're going to look at here. So this is right now, the first yellow one will be with 1,000 miners. The second one will be with 500, and again with combined hash rate. But this is the probability that things will look like. So we're going to come into here, and these are numbers we're going to keep an eye on because we love tracking things, don't we? We just love it. It's awesome. We track numbers, see how well things are doing. And here we can see that here's what the network hash rates will be with 1,000 of these online and with 500 online. So we can see, I don't even know what I have these worked out into be. So I'm thinking, yeah, this is in gigahash here. So we are sitting here with 1,000 of these online. The network will hit. This is what the added. So it's only going to be 14 something. But we can see that if we come into here, and then we're going to go from gigahash, we're going to put that into there. Oh, no, that's terahash. That's terahashes. So, oh, wait, no, that's not right. That is gigahashes. Man, I don't know what I'm doing here. Well, that's the burn on the miner. Okay, we're going to this. We're going to terahashes. All right, there we go. So 15.6 or so 15.6 exahashes. Wait, that's not right. I gotta redo this whole thing. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. So we're gonna go 15.6 times 1,000. That's 15,600 terahash. Yeah, that's what I had. 15. Oh, whoa. I had that in the wrong thing. 15,600. Okay, so here we are. So that is going to be 15.6 petahash online. So over 15 times the network hash rate. Yeah, that's right. Now it's coming back to me. So we're going to have about a 15 times increase with 1,000 of these coming online. And gigahash is the number that I had in this already. If I delete that, it's probably going to be the same number here. Yes, it is. So there we go. So this is in gigahash. So I had it correct. So anyway, let's look at the profits now. So right now we're at $1,039 a day. If 1,000 go online, you're down to $81 a day. And if only 500 goes on, that's $162 a day. So again, we can see what we're going to kind of come on here. We're either going to be at 15.6 freaking petahash, or we're going to be at about 7.8 petahash, depending on first batch. So those are the target numbers we're going to be looking for on the network hash rate. Then we'll know, are these rumors true? Are they false? We'll just have to keep an eye on this. Are we going to, if we see 15.6 petahash on the first week of shipping, then yeah, I guess there's around 1,000 miners. If we see about 7.8, that's about 500. Regardless, the point is the profits are going to be nowhere near what anything is showing you guys right now. So that is going to cause a FOMO train. So I just want a lot of you guys to be aware about this, because everyone's going to be saying how much these miners are making, how great they are right now. And we're trying to bring the math to you and showing you it's not going to be as good as it looks. The second yours comes in, everyone else's is coming in probably around the same day or two. When they all get turned on there, those profits are going to drop probably about, what is that, 10, 15, 20x less? Like, what is 192 of 1,000? That's about 20x, 20% or something. They're going to be only 20%. They're going to drop like 80% of profitability there. So that is an insane drop in profit. So be very leery on these miners. Obviously, the other thing is, well, look at Kaspa. When you got the first Kaspa miner, look how much Kaspa people have now. But I think people are going to indicate that, and that's going to cause a larger FOMO drive. And things are going to be different, especially if Ice River and Bitmain do have a large amount of miners to sell. And then that's just a whole bunch hitting at once. Because right now they're capitalizing on how much these miners are making right now before they're even online. So it's going to be insane times. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this and be very, very weary of what's happening. 1 petahash to 0.99 exahash block reduction, 1 exahash plus coin burn. Yeah, so the proof of less work happens at 1 exahash plus. I think it's a ways away. I don't think we're gonna hit that anytime soon. That may be a year or two away. Actually, depending on the price of Ethereum, we'll probably see massive FOMO happen next year if it hits something like $20 to $30 with all this happening. Will it go that high? I have no idea. But if it did, we'd definitely see people FOMOing into these miners. They're also probably going to cost about $150,000 a piece at that point, but we'll wait and see what happens. If I had an extra 12K, I would for sure slap it in on Turbo. Oh, back to the meme coins, the good old Turbo. Do I have a little? I don't know if I have that. I debated, I think, on getting that one, but I don't think I ever did. I'm not sure. I can't remember now. I don't know half the coins I have in some of my stashes. Lithium going to go crazy. Yeah, I do believe, Steven, that Lithium is going to see crazy. Like this news coming out of Ice River and Bitmain is massive. It is huge. This is massive, not next level. Like we always say, oh, news, we're getting listed on tier 1 exchange, getting tier, or news, this is someone's building on this platform now. But having Bitmain and Ice River, this is right up there with the best news you could possibly have for your coin. As much as people shake their heads, say now it's going to be centralized and stupid ASICs, blah blah, you can't deny the fact that having Bitmain and Ice River both, obviously Bitmain's the bigger one here, but having these guys announce miners specifically for your coin, this is massive news, and Lithium is definitely going to benefit from it. As much as you want to hate on it, it's the truth. They're definitely going to destroy the hash rate. The hash rate's going to explode, which is also going to drop them mining rewards by quite a bit. Saturday sold over 500 to Lithium over a year ago. Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. That's why, I also say, it's the altcoin season. Play the cycles. Unless you need money, sell for some power, sell for this. That's what I do. I sell coins when I need stuff, when I need to go get groceries, gas, and so on. That's when I sell coins. But I don't sell unless I have to, and then I'm waiting for altcoin season. I play the cycles. I am a firm believer in the cycles, and next year is when things are really going to start to pop. So I'm holding on to all my bags. Sure, some of them aren't going to do anything. Some of them are probably dead. We have no idea, but we won't know what coin will do what until altcoin season happens, and that happens next year. I know we've seen people post videos 2 years ago, altcoin season is coming, altcoin season is here, in the middle of a bear market. There is no freaking altcoin season. There's nothing in a bear market other than rug pull coins, some pop up new coins, a lot of new coins pop up. And the other interesting thing here happens in bear markets is what happens in the next cycle. Remember, Kaspa wasn't really here back. Well, it started off really early then, but didn't really have any momentum or anything. But a lot of the coins we've been mining through this entire bear market were not here in the last bull market. So next run, after this bull market and altcoin season goes through next year, what's going to happen in 2027, 2028? We're going to see even more new coins emerge. People might be totally forgetting about Kaspa. People might be forgetting about Lithium in the next bull market completely. We might be on to the new next best thing. These are things we got to keep in mind as well. Like you remember last year, it's all about 100% GPU mining. Any other way to mine crypto sucks. Flux to the moon. Flux is going to do this. We had Connexion? No, Connexion was a little later, wasn't it? I can't remember. And Ravencoin and Ergo. That's all everyone was pumping about. After Ethereum, these coins are going to be the next go-tos. They're going to be awesome. Now we don't even talk about those anymore. At least I don't really see anybody really talk about. They're all like lost dust. See you later. Not profitable. Don't really care about you anymore. Yeah, you're doing some great things, but we don't care. We're not talking about you. We're talking about Kaspa now. We're talking about Lithium. We're talking about all these coins that are actually profitable. As miners, because that's what we care about. It's all about the profits. Yeah, you can say you love the tech, you can say you support the coin. Don't lie to us. You want the profits here, and we mine what is profitable. Now, moving in the next cycle, we might not be talking about Kaspa anymore. We might not be talking about Lithium. We might be on to new and, the next hype coins that are coming up into the next cycle. So everything is always different. It's just right now, all our eyes are focused on where all these profit lies. So it's going to be an interesting cycle every single time. Vertcoin, Red Putz is rocking the Vertcoin there. Yes, Raven to the moon. I'm a firm believer in Hashcat. You got some Hashcat there. Nexa. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Nexa. Yeah, Nexa's roadmap as always. Nexa was from day one. We've said that Nexa will end up being ASIC. A lot of these GPU mined coins, when all these first came out, Kaspa, Lithium, Radiant, Nexa, everyone was pumped. Yeah, GPU mining saved. We got these new coins, but it's always been kind of expected based on their algorithm stuff that these will all be moving away from GPUs again and onto the ASIC side of things. So, yeah, that's something we always have to keep in mind. And we're still, once Nexa's gone there, now we do have Zealous. I guess that's CPU and GPU type of mixture there. I don't know what the hash rates are anymore between the two. I have a feeling that GPUs might be gaining larger gaps because I keep seeing Regal Miner updating for better performance, but I don't see any of the CPU miners updating as well. So I don't know. I haven't checked on that coin for a while to see how well it's doing lately. So has anyone been mining Zealous? Like, how is a CPU versus a GPU these days? Have GPUs started to pull away again? An update on Cubic. That's another coin. I haven't touched it for a while because the profits have been zero. Negatives, pretty much. Not good at all. So I don't know about Cubic. We'll just have to wait to see what happens there. I know the price has been coming down quite a bit on the old Cubester, but we don't really know. Skaper over there. It's all about the profits. Yeah, don't lie to ourselves. I know I'm all about the profits. Anyone who follows the channel knows I'm all about the profits. And that's where the decentralization of hardware comes in. ASICs, CPUs, GPUs. I got them all. And I mine with whatever is making. Now, obviously, just starting to mine crypto right now, you're like, well, I'm not going out and buying a CPU if I'm not going to run it because this is more profitable than that. It's over time. You build over time. So right now, obviously, you go to where the money is, and technically, as hard as it is to believe, that majority of it is currently in the ASICs. CPU is in second place there, and then it's followed by the GPUs, which is dead last. You're not really going to make anything at this point, especially if you have to use your crypto to cover power. Now, if you only have 1 or 2 GPUs, 1 or 2 CPUs, obviously you don't have to cover power with your crypto. You can pay that out of pocket because it's not going to cost you very much. You won't go bankrupt from running a few of those, normal everyday gaming PC type of stuff. So, but moving forward here, as you gain and, you make more and more from crypto and stuff, and as the years go by, then yeah, you have options. Okay, this is looking good. I'm going to get some of this. I'm going to try some of that. And then you have more of a diverse profile. And then, if something gets profitable and a new coin pops out, bam, you move to that, or bam, you move to that. Even with the Kaspa ASICs, you don't have to mine Kaspa. There's 3 or 4 other coins that you can mine that could be making more some days that you can keep an eye on. You have a Bitcoin ASIC. You don't have to mine Bitcoin. There's like 40 different Bitcoin SHA-256 coins that you could mine that could be making quite a bit more than just mining Bitcoin. And the same thing goes with everything. But yeah, it's very hard. It's a lot harder it is to mine than it used to be. Is Zealous profitable? I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't mined it for a little while here. Rabid, do you think Bitmain AL1 is a good buy at 33K? Proof of work mining, I would have to say no. Now, it all depends if you're rich or not. And we just went through the profits. This thing is the AL is currently making before any are turned on. It's over $1,000 a day right now. It's crazy. It's going up. But as soon as all these release, ice rivers and everything, that $1,000 a day could drop from anywhere from, what did we see? What were the numbers on that? It could drop anywhere from $162 down to $81 a day the first week that they release. So that is a huge gamble for a $32,000 miner. The major thing, I think, as most of us home miners, we're going to be eyeballing Ice River. Ice River is probably where most of our money will end up going, as sad as it is to say that. But, they're not going to be as good. They're not going to be as efficient as Bitmain, obviously, but they're going to be priced a lot better than Bitmain. Ice River has always been a lot better in terms of hash rate to the dollar, especially in the Kaspa miners. The KS5L has always been the best buy miner. The L version is the best one for Kaspa in terms of fastest ROI and the most amount of hash rate for the least amount of money. It does use slightly bit more power, but it's still more efficient than even the KS0 Ultras and stuff. So it's up there in efficiency, and it's priced the best for the hash rate that it gets. Or you build your own nuclear power plant and you have free power for life. Yeah, you could definitely do that too. I need an RXD ASIC. Well, they're next. In theory, they're next. I imagine something to be announced soon. Whether it's the entity, whether it's Bitmain, maybe it's Ice River. I don't know who. But I do expect the Radiant ASICs to be announced or something sometime very soon here. But actually, let's take a look at RXD. What's their network looking like right now? RXD. Yeah, it's pretty steady on the old hash rate indicator. Look at Radiant though. It's only the daily emissions is only $8,000. Like that is not very much at all. What's Aletheum's daily emissions? It doesn't even have it. But you know what? I guess we can look at it. So right now the daily emissions on Aletheum is $81,000. 10 times more than Radiant, pretty much. Aletheum's paying $81,000 per day, where whatever the heck rate RXD, what was it, 8,000, 6,000? I forget already. Yeah, $8,000. So they're only paying out $8,000 a day to everyone. So that, in theory, that mining farm, even though he's selling it daily, he's only making $8,000 a day selling this coin, where, you know, the entity was making anywhere from $80,000 to $100,000, especially earlier on when Aletheum was at like $2.50, $3 there. He was making like $100,000 a day. Like, that's insane. He made $1 million in 10 days. Just, yeah. Whoever is running that made a lot of money. I seen someone say that the other day. Why would they sell it? Why are they selling their lithium now? But you got to remember the amount they were getting per day. They were making millions of dollars doing that. And, you know, we might, as us, you know, we get a few coins. Yeah, sure. And then we wait for it to pump because then we can get, you know, we might be able to make, you know, $1,000 off, you know, a couple GPUs or something early on. But this guy was making millions. And, you know, it's a totally different scenario. When you have that much hardware, you have that much, you can sell every day. You don't really care about the pump. You're just making money like crazy. And that's a scale thing. When you get the scales on that level, you do have to sell. You have to sell your crypto when you get to massive farm levels. Like I said earlier, like when you only have a few rigs, you know, you're not going to go bankrupt or broke paying power out of pocket. Now, depending on your job, if you're making $500,000 a year, then I guess it doesn't matter. You can pay, you know, a pretty large farm off out of pocket and just wait for coins to pump up. But for a lot of us here, you know, if you get to a certain level here, your power bill adds up fast. If you don't sell coins to cover the power bill, you're not going to be able to mine, or you're going to go bankrupt because they shut your power off or something because you didn't pay your bills if you're not selling your crypto. But regardless, point is here, things are very different in terms of the emissions between the two. Now let's look at the top coins and emissions. Bitcoin is obviously the top coin, 36.43 million. Just to size that up, Ethereum for GPUs was about $24 million just prior to the merge. I think I have that here somewhere. Where's GPUs? Right here. So Ethereum, was this just prior to the merge? Right here was prior to the merge. So this is the peak. The peak, Ethereum was paying $60.4 million per 24 hours to GPU miners. That's a lot of freaking money. And just before the merge, when the price dropped down to $1,635, which is lower than what it is right now, obviously, that is $21.9 million going out to the miners out there, which is pretty crazy. As for reference, that is $1.56 per day on an RTX 3070. And at the peak, it was $11.84 based on the peak hash rates and everything and the peak price, $11.84 per RTX 3070. That's what Ethereum was paying for all the good miners out there, 60.4 million and down to 21.9 million. Now, coming into current coins, you know, Kaspa was at 1.52 million. Ethereum was 20 times more than what Kaspa is currently paying out. It's, you know, 18 times more than what Dogecoin is paying out. Coming into the next GPU coin, I guess it's going to be Zealous. Zealous is 9th place, actually, in emission. So in theory, right now, the largest GPU mineable coin, it's mixed with CPUs now, is Zealous. Zealous is paying miners the absolute most. It can support the most amount of hash rate and hardware. The most amount of hardware to all the miners is in Zealous right now because it's paying the most. Next up, we got Ravencoin at 72,000. And now we got Conflux here at 59,000. Where's the next GPU coin down here? There isn't even, oh, we got Pyron down here at 19. But look at adding up all these coins. And these are in the top 25. We're not even, like, what are we at here? Seriously. You know, Octa.Space, I feel you can put GPUs on it with cheap power, but I feel this is ASIC now at this point with all the latest jazz miners, ETC. That's ASIC now with all the jazz miners and stuff. I wouldn't count those as GPU coins anymore, but there are people still mining them. But I just want to add these up here. So if we go 74.83K plus Ravencoin, 72.35K plus 59.21K plus, oh, Chlor's in here. We got 54.08K plus, what's Horizon? That's EcoHash, so I guess that would be that's GPU, isn't it? EcoHash, or is that an ASIC thing? EcoHash 1, oh, okay, we got Flux here, 35.38 plus, Flux is in 16th, that's actually not too shabby. Decred, oh yeah, Decred, the big DR7 thingamajigger, 24.42 for Dynex. Dynex is right up there too, but even though it's not making very much. And Pyron, 19.06. So I added up all the top coins and GPUs in the top 25. That's $339.43K. $339,000 between all those coins. So in order to hit an Ethereum level event, all those coins need to times about 10x that. That'd be about 3.3 billion. Nope. 20x that. 6.7. Nope. 30x that. 10.1. Okay. 60x. 20.3. Let's go 65. Nope. 64. All right, guys. So using all the top coins in this, they would need, and hear this out, to get back for, and that's all these coins to equivalent just the one Ethereum at this level right here. So at this level before the merge to equal $21.97 million, these top coins right here that we just looked at on this first page here, so these are the top 25 and all the major coins that are paying the most, they need to all go 64x. They need to go 64 times in price in order to equal just Ethereum at its low prior to the merge. GPUs are dead, guys. Like, seriously, do you think you're going to see 64x on all these coins? And that's at the peak, guys. That is at the peak. That means when altcoin season comes, they spike for a week and then they're dead. That means if you sell at the exact time, that's getting that 64x. And, you know, don't even talk about daily mining profits where you try to get some every single day because the coin spikes and then it's done. And these all have to do it at the exact same time in order to hit just under what actually to hit 21.7 million. So just slightly above that. So 21 point, actually slightly, that's still less than Ethereum. If all those coins we just looked at on this top page here, which is Exelis, Ravencoin, Conflux, Clore, Flux, Dynex, and Pyron, they all got to go 64x to equal one Ethereum. That is absolutely crazy thinking about. Don't you think? Don't you think about all those coins added up right now? We're only 339,000, and to get to 21.7 million, they need a 64 times increase to do that. And yeah, that's how big of a level. That's a huge impact. Everyone's like, it's funny because when we talked about this with GPUs before, it's like, well, Ravencoin was profitable, this was profitable, but the only reason all those other coins were still profitable. Ravencoin, yeah, you're making a dollar plus on a 3070. The only reason this was happening is because Ethereum had 95+% of all the hardware out there mining Ethereum. So you had very few GPUs. We have higher hash rates on some of these coins than when they're at all-time highs in the past. And it's just crazy. So yeah, Ethereum made such a huge impact, and people still don't really realize it, and they just think the next Ethereum's going to come. But if you add up all these coins together, nothing is going to be the next Ethereum. It is huge. It was so big, and that is the level event. When we talk about an Ethereum level event, that's why other hardware like CPUs are still decent. There is no Ethereum level event happening on CPUs. Yeah, a lot more people are buying them, but they're gradually building into them as prices on these coins slowly start increases. We don't have like this big massive influx here and then it just disappears. Now all the other coins are toast. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This cycle is going to be an absolute reset. And then in 2029, we should see GPUs come back. But a lot of people, and the reason for it is because one, people will give up and quit. That's reason number one why GPU mining will come back, because there's just too much damn hardware out there. The second reason is because 3070s aren't going to cut it. 3090s are not going to cut it. 4000 series by 2029 are not going to cut it either. We're going to have 5000, even possibly 6000 series by then. People are going to have to update their farms in order to compete. We don't know what power prices will be, but that's another reason. People are like, I'm not buying whole new updating my entire farm for a 5090s and 6090s. I'm just going to buy cheap 3070s. But if you buy the cheap 3070s, they're not going to make you anything because people are going to be having 20 times more hash rate at the same amount of power as your one GPU. So it's going to be insane, and you're going to have to update your farm. So that's going to push more people off of it as well, and that's why I do think this will be a reset. People will finally start giving up. People won't want to update their farms after what they went through, and then 2029, we will see GPU mining emerge again, but it will be with also the latest and efficient hardware. So that's kind of how I'm seeing the cycles play out. So I'll know for sure which way I'm going to take my farm in the direction. Some probably around 2027, 2028, I'll have an idea of where profits are looking, what hash rates are looking like, what GPUs are currently available. And then that's probably when I'll start building my farm for the next bull market, because everything is different. 2021 bull was 100% GPUs. This bull, I feel, is depending on, what you get. I feel CPUs and ASICs are going to dominate this market. GPUs are going to be left way far behind. And then in 2029, we will probably see, it'll be up in the air depending on how many people get into CPUs, because as we know, when prices start pumping, people in FOMO drive starts kicking in. CPUs may slowly start dying off, and GPUs might be the number one, depending on the new coins and stuff that do emerge in that bear market as well. We might see it somewhere in between the ASICs and the GPUs fighting for top profit spots into that one. And then, it's going to be a different cycle every single time. You just have to be prepared and know what to do with your farm when the time comes. But the signs are there for the past 3 years. We've seen through this entire bear market that CPUs were definitely in the profit spot the entire time, and that's why I didn't buy any GPUs at all. Even though we're seeing the prices come down, this is all old, outdated hardware, and you don't want them anymore. They're cheap for a reason. It's not cheap because we have an Ethereum. If this was 2016, you saw cheap hardwares after seeing 2013 and stuff, yeah, we'd be buying up GPUs like crazy. The profit would be decent right now still. This time, 4 years ago, we were making good profits on our GPUs. Now we're not making anything. And it's just the way the transitioning is going. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out over the next cycle here. Hey, Wizards, an Indian exchange got hacked. Wizard, I don't even know what that exchange is. I've never heard of it. So, interesting. Yes, believe it at 64x easy run putts. Oh, man, that's crazy. Suck, maybe. Good ping for me, though. So you're saying there's a chance. Hey, you never know. There's always a chance, but it's going to be a slim one. There is no future in GPU-driven networks. Need more consistent, dedicated availability to rival ASICs. Answer has always been lowering price barrier for entry and noise, so they can be in every home. I solo Coda on my 4090s, killing it. 600 blocks in 200 seconds. Nice. Block X is moving from X11 Algo to auto. That's Ergos, isn't it? Blocks X is on iNodes also. I forgot about Blocks X. Isn't that Auto Klaus 2? Or that's Ergo's algo, isn't it? I believe that's Ergo algorithm. Hopefully they don't use Ergo difficulty adjustments as well. That'll be interesting on them doing that. What is that? Photonic miners are the future. Part of Kaspa mining's algorithm supports OPOW. Photonic, is that what they call the optical miners? I don't even know what those are. But yeah, and definitely in the future, there's going to be a next level. Oh, sorry about that. There's going to be a next level ASIC coming, and it's in the optical level. I don't know how it works, but eventually Kaspa is going to be doing, like, I don't even know, 100 terahash at like 100 watts. Like, I don't know. They're going to get in some crazy next level stuff. About to be the Battle of Canadians. What are we talking about, Battle of Canadians? What's happening? Hash rate are no lies, like MSNBC. I always made more money than electricity costs of my GPU, at least 2x, so still worth mining. All right, good for you, depending what your power price is, though. Have you dumped to hodl your Spectre AMA? No, I still have all my Spectre, over about 600,000. I have 608,000 Spectre. Sitting in the wallet, hodling it out, see what happens. Now, what I did do is I wanted to hit my goal. My goal is 600,000. So I have 604, 608 or something thousand sitting in my wallet. And what I was doing is I then began mining, but now I have everything shut off because it's been so hot. All my entire CPU farm and everything is off right now. But I did start mining to a separate wallet for that. I only have like 8 or 12,000 or something in it because it got too hot and I shut off. What I want to do is, like I said, I ordered the KS5L. And I was going to use my entire farm to ROI it. So I already have some of my Kaspa ASICs pointing to an individual Kaspa wallet right now, stacking Kaspa for that. I was going to start, mining Spectre and pointing my CPUs to different coins like Cell, Spectre, and so on, and just using like daily sell pressure depending on the price and slowly accumulate money to try and ROI this thing as fast as humanly possible. And then obviously, go that way. So I'm still up in the air, though, because I did shut everything off. But I do have, majority of all my Spectres sitting in my main wallet, just sitting there hoping something does something. Rabid, better to hash cat your seed phrase. What? You think it would be worth buying a lithium miner since Kaspa miners won't be profitable since the increased hash rate, the buy prices of the machines are too high. RPM versus Rabid over GPU's future. Oh, the battle of the Canadians. Yeah, it's interesting, but I think Pana's going the same way too. He's been getting a lot of ASICs as well. So he's been getting some CPU. So he's been, instead of being 100% GPU, he has been slowly pushing away, if you guys haven't noticed, into other hardware as well. Because I think he sees it coming. But again, you know, GPU mining, it will come back. It's just not going to be this cycle. That's all I'm saying. It's not going to be this cycle. It will be next cycle. Now, remember, it's going to be interesting because we're going to see when altcoin season comes. Like, let's just look at this right now. Let's go to coin market cap on the first day of market cap. Okay, never mind. I can't sing right now. All right. So Cubic, why you always default to Cubic? Don't do this to me. Let's do Raven coin or Flux or Ergo or anything. Okay, Ergo. All right, so guess what? So this is how it's going to go. So you can see this is last year's. Even though Ergo didn't hit its all-time high, it still did good. And I think Ergo is still probably going to at least hit levels up to here, which is $17 at least. So I think that's going to happen. But think, here we go. We look at GPU mining's dead. Oh, it's not doing good. No profits. And boom, look at this. GPU mining is back, all living, all life. Everything is awesome. And guess what? 2 weeks later, it's dead again. This is what I mean here. Like, we're going to see these spikes. And then in these areas here, we're going to see everyone saying how great GPU mining, how awesome it was, buy more GPUs, it's the best thing in the world. And then we're like, oh, crap, it died. You know, that's how it works. It's not going to last very long. They're going to get good. But the thing is, unlike Ethereum, where you're mining every day, maybe you're selling monthly, selling daily, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're getting high profits every day. Here, we're just not making anything. You better sell now or you're dead. And then, you know, oh, I missed the boat and I'm waiting 4 years. So you're going to have how long? We got 825 to 912. So 3 weeks. You're going to have 3 weeks of good profits, and then it's going to drop off. Obviously, this is all staggered, so now we're coming to Raven coin here. So, like, when is this? This was in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. So that was in August. So pretty much 1 year from now, maybe Ergo will pump. When was the first one? Oh, that was in December on the first one here. So now let's go to Raven. It did last a little bit longer here. So that was in August. Raven's peak was in March. So, and here's the other thing, because like every single month, we're going to see something pop off for the most part. It might not happen every month, but like say it's even as early as January, you might see some pump up. So here we see example Raven coin. Last time it spiked, it was in March of 2021. So in March, I'm not saying it's going to be the same for Raven coin. Maybe Ergo will pop off in March, and then, you know, Raven coin will pop up in August. The point is, every single month pretty much next year, we're going to see different alts just go boom, 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 and then they're going to be dead. So we're going to see large things, but we're not going to have long-term scalability. So here, you know, Raven coin, it peaked out here on March 17th, and it was pretty much already dropping by the month later, by 1 month. So you got here, you can get like a month of decent profits and then nothing. It did see another spike here, but then, you know, another 4 years, it's done. Nothing left. So these things you got to keep in mind, though. That's the altcoin season. It's going to happen for sure if you're hodling, but you're not making anything right now. And if you're using crypto to cover power, this is the other thing we look at. You're not making anything. That's why you mine things that are profitable. You can swap into other coins, but all these coins will pop off. I think Raven coin will spike again. I don't know to what levels. What was this? 22 cents. So, you know, hopefully we can hit, you know, 17 to 20 cents would be nice for Raven coin. It doesn't have to hit the all-time high, but just, you know, we'll see a nice spike. And then every single month we're going to see a new coin. So let's say March Raven coin spikes, you know, April hits, maybe Dynex spikes, May hits, and then, you know, maybe we'll see like freaking Zealous spike up or something. So just be ready, because every single month it's going to be a totally different scenario, a totally different game, and it's just going to be insane. Just boom, boom, boom. It's going to be an insane year next year, but it's not going to be a solid year of profits like we had with Ethereum, where we could just mine it every day. The price was high. We slowly watched the hash rate increase, but that's all we have to worry about. We're just making bank every single day. That's not going to happen. You just got to wait for the coin you have. Hopefully it's the one you have that does its pump, and then you try to sell it before it is too late. So we'll see what happens. Biden speech written by Obama 4 days ago. Sorry, meant dumped. Picked before the BTC happened. Do we think Ice River is going to drop a similar series as they have for Kaspa? I do think so. I mentioned it earlier. The only thing I am not sure about is if they will release a KS1 and a KS2 variant. They might just do what they're doing right now with a KS0, which will be the AL0, whatever the heck they name it. And then they might have like the L version and the M version, and the L version is usually the best priced miner for, Kaspa anyway. So hopefully it's the same way for that, but we'll just have to wait and see. And remember, guys, the profitability is going to drop dramatically. Let's just go through these numbers one more time because I see some new people popped up here. Day one, right now, because the price went down a little bit, but the network hash rate dropped a bit as well. The AL1 box is currently making over $1,000 a day right now, $1,039 before power. Now, between Ice River and Bitmain's releases, if we guess about 500 AL1's worth of hash rate mixed between the two companies come online, the first batch, first week turned on, that's $1,000 based on the same price, dropping to only $162 a day. And some people are speculating that Bitmain alone has 500 to 1,000 miners of their own to ship first batch. That's going to drop it to $81. So we're certainly sitting with 0 miners turned on. We're over $1,000 a day. But that's what these things aren't even turned on yet. 500 on, down to 162. And if there's 1,000, down to only $81 a day. The profitability is going to drop massively depending on how many go. And because the early Kaspa FOMO drivers are thinking because you get first on, maybe they do have more miners now to support that, they're going to try to sell as many as they possibly can, as fast as they can, because once people see how bad the profits drop, which we can see right here, plain as day, warning you guys, this is what it's going to hit first week possibly, depending on the price, if it goes up and stuff more. But they're going to drop dramatically. So they want to get those out the doors ASAP. And then, you guys can deal with the rest is pretty much what they're going to think about it when it comes to that. So that's kind of what's happening there. It's pretty crazy on the dramatic drop. And if you guys are unfamiliar with that, you guys remember the exact same thing happened. Let's take a look right here with SC Prime. Yeah, you guys know this. So look at this. Hash rate. This is before any of the DR7s released. The network hash rate was 2.33 petahash. This, before any were online, was the top ASIC on the charts. It was $85+ per day after power, and it was only a $2,200 miner. They limited the batches to only, I think, 350 max is all they're ever going to make. If they plan on making more, I highly doubt it because no one's going to buy them. They're no longer profitable. But there's 2.33, and now they're upwards to 19.44 petahash. So you can see it shot up like, I don't know, I guess 8 times the network hash rate here. And that took the profitability of the DR7 from $85 a day is now sitting at negative 21 cents a day. Went from 85 to day one turn on to negatives. That is huge. That is 100% profit loss right there. Boom. In one day. As soon as you turned it on, it was in the negatives. That's how bad it is, and that's what we're expecting for a lithium unless that price continues to go up. On top of the increased hash rate, a lithium block rewards are going to start dropping as well when the hash rate hits certain levels. So that you got to keep in mind for even further reduction in rewards, which we don't even have in the spreadsheet because I don't even know how to calculate what's going on there because that is insane on what a lithium has built into its chain. So it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy time. So I would be very hesitant, and it depends on the pricing of what this could look at. Murph is saying you comparing bear market versus bull run though. Scaper, I saw Son of a Tech interview with Virus. They have a merge mine feature. I tried it out. Mine Virus and VAR, not profitable but interesting. Apparently it has technical possibilities to merge mine up 20 coins at the same time with Virus. Yes. So yeah, they've been talking. Virus coin has been had that for, they've been talking about that for like months now. They do have the capability to merge mine up to 20 coins. Yes, that's just like how Dogecoin is mined with Litecoin. But it comes down to the coins too. If the coins, people got to build the other 19 coins here, obviously on Virus coin. and then the coins have to do something. You know, just because you're merge mining 20 coins, if they're all only at like in the negatives, then there's really no point, you know, in theory. So you need a good token, not just any token, to be minted on. Also, now they claim that only serious projects are going to do it because it's expensive to mint on it. But look at all the stupid meme coins out there. They're expensive, some of those, to mint like crazy, and they're just rug pulls left, right, and center. So, you just have to be really careful and do that. But if a couple good tokens do get implemented on VeersCoin and they do actually do something and take off or something, then yeah, VeersCoin could become extremely profitable to mine. But it comes down to what are those 20 coins that are going to be minted. Right now, there's only 1 or 2, I believe, that are minted on it. Retro Mike. Virus not profitable. You be crazy. There you go. Mr. Virus in the house. Retro Mike Tech. Patrick Murphy is crying. What's Patrick Murphy saying? Where's he at? Biden out. What's going on with Biden now and everything? What am I missing? I'm missing a whole bunch of like Biden stuff and things like that. Will Biden's replacement be crypto friendly then? Biden's replacement? What's going on? Does Biden just get replaced? Oh, Biden's out? Like he's done? He dropped out? I was not aware of it. That's insane. That's insane. Crazy. Interesting. Who is his replacement? No, they're not going to let a Kennedy do it. But he's crypto friendly. I don't know. I don't think anyone stands a chance against Trump, honestly. I think Trump's going to take it all no matter who they have there. That's my 2 cents, but I'm from Canada. It's Clinton. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? No way. Biden just quit. Maybe. Okay, I was not aware about that. Is it Hillary for real? Are you serious, Retro Mike? No way. Oh no. This is getting sketchy. Sketchfest. Nobody, like, I don't know. I'm from Canada, so it don't matter. But do you guys seriously want Hillary in there? I highly doubt it. Oh man, this is insane. Oh my gosh, we've been here for a while. Anyway, guys, so I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream. There's some crazy news going on now in the politic world, so craziness. But thank you for showing up, everyone. I will see you all in the next one.
Rabid out.